What's going on, people? You just joined the Abomination. Appreciate y'all coming through, checking out the video. Now, today we're about to check out this animation, this Knuckles animation from the Sonic Frontiers game, this Prologue titled Divergence. I've done videos previously about Sonic Frontiers. It does not look good to me. It looks pretty bland. The combat, although it could work, it just looks weird. I have my issues with what I'm seeing so far. But I do appreciate some great animation. And since they put this little story out, especially with a Knuckles, this animation was pretty cool. There's a show called Sonic Prime coming out on Netflix. There was some good about it, there was some bad. But this right here specifically, I like the art style. It looks like Sonic X, which I know a lot of people have their issues with that. But Sonic X was part of my like Jetix, like Fox. I don't know if it was Fox, but yeah, like that whole little morning time where you see like Kirby, Yu-Gi-Ohs, the Beyblades, all the type of stuff. The entry level animation for the American audience. But this is one of the reasons that this Sonic Frontiers animation it looks intriguing. It looks great. But instead of me talking a lot about it, let's just go ahead and check that out.
Angel Island, a land of miracles, of mysteries. My home. I am its guardian. I watch over the Master Emerald and every living thing here. That is to say, all the plants and animals. Any other kind of civilization has long since disappeared from the island.
Now, when I was looking at Sonic Frontiers, I did say like this looks more like it looks like it should be a like Knuckles backstory with all of the like old ruins. It's weird because they look kind of futuristic at the same time, like some Breath of the Wild type stuff. Which I think other games are like do that, but I don't. On top of the world already being like super empty, I also don't want to see Sonic in that environment. I would like to see him in his own world where it looks all crazy looking like Sonic Prime, that show is doing. But even Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 did a great job of giving you like a real looking world, but with those Sonic elements in it. And with this, it just looks like some generic fantasy mystical people that you had technology so advanced for their time, and then we put in Sonic there, but yeah, there's nothing there. The world is empty. And now Knuckles telling us ain't shit but plants and animals. And then once we see Sonic come in, you don't even get that much. But there's some good stuff still. So
I do things on my own, and that's just how I like it. I don't need anyone else to get by. But sometimes I wonder how things would be if I hadn't been given this responsibility. Why was I chosen for this duty? Perhaps it's karma. Thousands of years ago, my ancestors attempted to steal a power that wasn't theirs.
T-Carl, I like these people. And I think this was like hinted at in the movie. They showed the Knuckles tribe, but didn't really give too much more about it. I don't know. I didn't watch the second movie. But it is nice to see this again. This Knuckles backstory. The child that we just saw. There would be one reason I would get Sonic Frontiers, but it just looks so trash that a child garden won't even save it, or a child world where you can raise child and stuff. But come out with some good animation for Sonic, I'm all there for it. I'm reading the comic right now, but it's the IDW, I think, is the company, not the Archie, not the older comics, but I'm reading the current Sonic comics, and so far it hasn't hinted on Knuckles' backstory from what I've read. So again, it's nice to see this.
The question is, whose power was it originally?
He's asking the right questions. And also like the Sonic movie that came out, Idris Elba's voice for Knuckles was it was too deep for me. I didn't like it. This is more so what Knuckles supposed to sound like. It's a deeper voice, but it's not that goddamn deep. But also, you know, Knuckles is my favorite Sonic character. One of my favorite Sonic characters, definitely the top 3. And part of the reason is because he the black dude. He was intended to have dreads, or a design that was similar to dreads. And he's like the cyborg. He's the big man.
Who built this shrine to the emeralds? And where did they go? To protect my home, I need to know every possible vulnerability. I've explored the island top to bottom.
Chow. Y'all see that? Ooh, I love the goddamn Chow. And this is what I mean, like all of these connected like little worlds. I don't think we've seen that before from Knuckles in the Mystic Ruins, where he's guarding the emerald. You don't see this many like floating areas or islands, so it's cool to see this lore be expanded upon, but as well as the Chow. So the thing about I don't really know what they are, what's their story, but they can, if you give them like animals, they will take on the body parts and the traits of the animals. You give them food and you take care of them. It's, I like stuff like that in games. It adds to the longevity of the game. So it's nice to see them. This is one of the Heaven Chow. See, it's got the halo around it, and the Devil Chow have a little spiky little ball on top of their head. So this is dope.
Still manage to find something new every day. New routes between regions, ruins of different echidna tribes, and remnants of some group that came before.
Somehow Knuckles can catch air in his dreads. That's how he glides. But yeah, and weird design because he got these 2 spikes that he used to climb as opposed to his hands. So it's like under those gloves. What does that look like? Like they got the sounds from the Chow, from playing with the Chow. It's beautiful. This is the what's that thing called? Knights, the purple character. Anyway, y'all, this is beautiful. I'm not the only person that wants Chow Garden to come back.
Hold on, little guy. I'll help.
And I don't want to keep stopping this, make this go on longer, way more than it needs. But that is one of the appeals of Knuckles. Well, I don't know. I say appeal. It's a weakness at the same time. But Knuckles is real naive. He in most cases, a lot of times he's shown to be dumb. But he's not dumb. He's more so naive because he didn't grow up around other individuals. So because I think Knuckles is like 15 or 16. But because he's the older member, one of the older members of the Sonic team, he wasn't raised with like to be social with other people, like I guess sentient type people. So he doesn't pick up on a lot, and his answer to a lot of things is just to punch it, smash it, just beat it up until it's not a problem anymore. So yeah, like those are some of his character traits. I like him.
Hey, there. Here. This is what you were looking for, right? Huh? This is different. Oh.
So he's been here all this time. He's just now deciding to explore. That's weird, but like he's just now coming up here and he's like, this is different. Oh, I don't know. And that could be like coming from that flaw of his where he's just so duty driven. He doesn't really think a lot of things through. Like he just know he's supposed to guard the emerald. So maybe he never really just fucking left or been this far away from the emerald. I don't find that really believable, but that's probably what this animation is going for.
It looks old, even older than these ruins. I wonder. What was that? What? Where am I? This isn't my island. Is this another one of your tricks, Eggman? Show yourself!
Okay, so this Knuckles knows about Eggman, so he's contacted Sonic. I don't know at what point, at what story are they with this? But I'm glad that Knuckles acknowledges Eggman's existence, because one of my issues with Sonic Frontiers is the introduction of these newer robotic creatures, as opposed to with this being the first true open world Sonic game. Why are we not seeing Eggman's robots as opposed to these whole new fucking robots that we have to deal with? I think if you're going to first attempt something, like, don't change the gameplay, like the style of the gameplay, as well as like the story or lore elements within it. Like, at least give us something familiar. And Sonic Adventures open world, that's somewhat familiar, but at the same time, Eggman's robots, Eggman's creations over this world. Again, if we was going off of the current Sonic story, well, Eggman had created this metal virus to where anything that it touches, or it's like a zombie thing, like you turn into a robot. So we could be seeing that robot army and dealing with that, as opposed to having to learn all this new Sonic shit. And then it's like, well, Sonic Prime's coming out. Is this the same story? I don't think so, because Sonic was in a different universe, it seems, with different versions of characters that he knows. So it seems like because the movie was successful, they're just like, all right, just throw a whole bunch of Sonic shit just out there, and something's gonna catch, something will, be a hit. Like, I won't get on the same page, people.
Oh, an ambush, huh? Your funeral.
Your funeral. All right, before we get into the action, I'm just gonna say that was dope. But if y'all seeing these robots, it's like their designs are so generic. At least Eggman had personality in his robots. Their color, there were so many different variations and designs of these. And this what we're looking at now could be the later effect. Like, Eggman thought he was in control or he was running shit, but then this entity has come and adapted his robots, or like some Dragon Ball Z shit, unlock their potential. Now they're fucking death menaces, as opposed to just retarded robots to just get in Sonic Team's way. But yeah, that's my personal issues with it. Oh, Knuckles command power. the spinball. Y'all see how strong this little echidna is? This man is the muscle on the team. How hard he threw that damn rock.
Whoever's behind this better show yourself now. We'll settle this in a fair fight. And after I win, you'll send me home. Got it?
And after I win, just like that.
Do things on my own. That's just how I like it. I don't need anyone else to get by. But sometimes.
There you go. Hey, that was beautiful. It just ended on "but sometimes." I like that. Yeah, that animation was great. But seeing Knuckles in combat, that's another issue that I have with the game. Again, I'm comparing it to Sonic Adventure, but I'm comparing it to previous almost open world games that kind of, built the foundation for what this could be, because I think overwhelmingly people enjoyed those games. But like you see Knuckles here with the combat, and in Sonic Adventure you could choose multiple characters. Like you're seeing everybody's perspective of this of the story, and I would love to have seen that in Sonic Frontiers. Either we play different people's story or different perspectives of the same story, or a system where you could change characters within the story, whether that be seamlessly, or do you have to go to like their base of operations and say, okay, I'm going to play with this character now, and everybody levels up however differently. That would have been great to see. Or like some Tales of Symphonia shit, like Ultimate Alliance, where you control one character but you have the other ones who are still AI controlled doing stuff. But anyway, to be able to play with these other characters and see the Sonic team on this mission, as opposed to just focusing on Sonic in this barren world, I'm not with it. But this animation was great. This is not going to continue because Sonic Prime is coming out, like I said, on Netflix pretty soon, I think. Yeah, that's all I got for this video. Not trying to make it too long, but go ahead and leave a like or dislike on this video. Be true to yourself by leaving a comment down below if those buttons are not enough for you. And if you find any value in my opinion whatsoever, you want to hear more of my thoughts, I appreciate you. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel.
So I'm not sure I get you.
Give me a real fight.
Any of you guys read that chapter in The Art of War about misdirection?